Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the All Work, All Play podcast. Today we have the maid dress wearing, head tapping, lip licking, newly partnered Valorant streamer that is absolutely exploding all over TikTok right now. With his coaching series beginning to skyrocket and aim on the decline, I would like to introduce none other than the one and only FatalGlytch.
Fuck you for that, bro. What the fuck? All right. Aim on the decline, huh?
Hey man, I just read the stats.
That's fair, bro. That's fair. That's valid. I'll take it.
Uh,
You mother.
I would just like to say, first off, thank you so much for coming onto the show. And before I get clowned too hard, I would like to say it is very apparent that my aim is nowhere near yours because it looks like I play on a trackpad compared to you. So
You got the fucking Osu pen pad.
yeah, I'm actually playing on my Kindle Fire most of the time.
I appreciate you having me. I fucking definitely caught me off guard with that intro, but you know, it is what it is.
Gotta keep it spicy. Gotta keep you on
I
your
just got
toes.
roasted, bro. What the fuck?
Gotta keep you on your toes, man. Gotta get you ready.
I'm ready. I just woke up, but you know what? My brain's cooking.
Well, I'm cooking you, so it's cool. To start things off, can you go ahead and give me the story behind FatalGlytch and why you kind of decided to spell glitch that way compared to, I guess, the real spelling of it?
Okay. So my old gamer tag before, like when I first started content creation, even before I started and I was just gaming casually, was like people would always make their gamer tags and they'd always have like XX or like Z in front of them, like at the beginning and at the end.
Oh,
And they
yeah.
had like their name in the middle. So like my gamer tag, I used to play a lot of Call of Duty, so my gamer tag was lick my clip, like for a play on words for gun clips.
Yeah.
And yeah, so kind of cringe but funny. And when I first started content creation, I started watching a lot of Harris Heller, and I think one day I donated to him in his stream, and I said something about like appreciating all his advice and like kind of like looked up to him, especially in like a business aspect. And he said something along the lines of like, "Good luck, you know, if you grind it out, you can do it. But from a business standpoint and a professional standpoint, that name is not it." So I went on what's the word? A brainstorming journey, and I hit up a couple friends and I asked for like some advice on like what I should rebrand as, and he never really ended up doing anything content wise. He is married, like, you know, he's got a life, so but his name is Bewlett, and we used to like play COD together and we were kind of homies at the time, and I think he just kind of brainstormed the name. I wanted Fatal because like I think Fatal itself is just kind of like cool, but Fatal Solo is taken on all socials. So when I created my name, I wanted to make sure that I could have it universal and get a universal @ for every single platform. So there was Fatal, and then there was in my head I thought, okay, like if there's gonna be like something after that, maybe it could be like something that's brandable, like transition wise, or so glitch. Like in my head I was thinking, okay, with streams, like if I go glitch, I can do like glitchy transitions or like a glitchy like YouTube intro, and I can kind of like brand that. I never really like ended up going with that, but that was my thought process. But I is taken on Twitch, on Twitter, like on everything. So I just replaced the I with a Y, because I know that even though it's not how it's spelled, like you still will pronounce it properly. So it didn't really bother me that much, and it's kind of unique.
Oh, it's definitely unique. And yeah, I mean, you'd be 100% right on, like, already knowing that it's kind of pronounced glitch. I always just
Yeah.
thought it was very interesting. So since you have glitch in your name, I feel like it's necessary to ask how you feel about the glitch pop skins in Valorant.
Um, I like them. I think I like the Vandal more than I like the Phantom, but I, you know, they're pretty good overall. I never. I think I bought the first bundle, or I at least have the Vandal, but I don't like. I think of the collection that came out with the Phantom. Like I only have the Phantom. and even then, like I don't even use it. Oni's better. Ruination's better. What else is better? Recon is better.
Oh,
So I
you're a
don't.
recon gamer.
No. Like okay, like the
Oh.
skin when the skin pack first came out, like honestly fucking hated it, and I still like compared to other skins, like I do still fucking hate it. Um, just because it doesn't really offer anything. The variants are subpar. They're just military like spray paint skins. They're just like Call of Duty ripoffs. But the kill sound is so fire. The kill banner is lame, like the helmet on the head.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking lame. There's not like a kill animation, which is stupid as hell. But the kill sound is so clean. So
I'll give it that. It does have a nice sound to it. It just
yeah,
looks like
that's
absolute
pretty much all it
ass.
has. That's pretty much all it has. There's no value outside of that.
You said you were looking for a way to I guess keep the brand the same in a way to have the same name across all of your socials, and I think that's a really smart thing that you did because a lot of content creators go from having kind of generic usernames or like whether it's on Xbox, Steam, whatever, and they just kind of transport that over to Twitch and Twitter, and
Yeah,
then their
they all
stuff
have
ends up
fucking
getting taken.
underscores and numbers in their name.
Yeah, so I think that's a really smart idea, kind of off the jump, to already be thinking that far ahead of, okay, well, if somebody finds me, I want it to be easy enough for them to find me elsewhere. So I think that's really, really smart on you.
Definitely was input from like outside sources, like some friends and stuff. But yeah, no, I don't regret it at all. I think it makes it a lot easier because a lot of times I'll especially when I run customs in Valorant, bro. Like people's Discord name doesn't match their Twitch name, and like some of these people like create too, so it makes it like
Yeah.
it kind of like in my head I'm just like, bro, what are you doing? Like, how am I supposed to recognize it's you?
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, my Valorant name is literally just a plug. It's just GameWiz on YouTube. Like, I don't even do like the funny names that most people do, or like the e daters. I don't know if you've seen like the huge wave of like funny names that e daters do now, or even like just duos in general. That shit's pretty funny.
Right. Oh, fucking eat-haters, bro. They need to burn.
Oh,
Burn them at the stake, dude.
listen, not all of
Tired
us
of it.
can live with our significant other, man.
Hey,
Must be nice.
listen, you gotta do your best, bro. Like, come on.
Work
You
harder. I
know,
don't know.
you trap somebody. Like,
Try to rhyme somebody. Get somebody to fall for it. Damn. Bait them.
right.
Uh, you from as far as back as I can tell on your YouTube channel, the beginning of like 2019, 2020, you kind of started off as a COD YouTuber, or at least a COD content creator, unless you have videos that are privated from way back when.
No, I haven't private any of my old YouTube videos. They're all garbage, and none of them are Valorant videos. But I don't have any of them privated.
Yeah, I was watching a couple. I went sort oldest, and I was watching some of the older ones, and I was like, wow, the glow up in not only the way you play games, but the way you like present yourself is definitely there.
Oh yeah, it's pretty bad.
It was definitely
The
an
edit
experience.
the editing was pretty bad. The best part is the first one, two, three, maybe like 4 or 5 videos that I have made. Maybe six. Nah, more than that. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, so maybe like the first like 5 or 6 videos that I have on YouTube were actually all like recorded locally on my Xbox. Um, so like I was gaming on my Xbox and recorded them, and then I like or I streamed them. I streamed them to like quote unquote Mixer, right? And then I would go to the Mixer website before Mixer died,
You download the VOD.
and then I would download the video
Yeah.
and I would edit on my laptop. So like it's just kind of like crazy the improvement in quality of just like mic, camera, and just like all around visual quality of like the video, like the bit rate and like how everything flows. It's not all laggy, it's not all grainy. Not only that, but just like how I've learned to edit, like the way I cut, the way I speak. So it's definitely a glow up. I have a lot of work to do though. Like it's not I still only have, let's see, I still only have 1.5k subs, so it's not enough.
You're on. I mean, man, you're on the way up. Looking at your old videos, even I was darting through your TikTok to like some of your, like, I guess a couple months ago kind of TikToks. You can definitely see an improvement in your editing skill. So I mean, I can only imagine where you're going to be in another year's time. So
I'm
I'm
not
definitely excited.
gonna edit my YouTube videos. I have a YouTube editor. Actually, I gotta check our Notion, but like she's got 3 videos under work right now, and like YouTube is like one of those things where like I have the experience on TikTok, like
Yeah.
especially like editing over the past year and like growing my platform. Even though like my engagement rate is super insane, like I don't gain a ton of followers on TikTok anymore as compared to like when I used to. Um, so like my following is like kind of slow, but with YouTube, like I'm out of that like experimenting stage where it's like, especially because I am having like a bit of passive income coming in, like I'm just gonna reinvest it and pay somebody who actually knows what the fuck they're doing.
That's fair. That's extremely smart as well. It gives you more time to kind of focus on, I mean, not only yourself in your own personal life, but also being able to stream more or record and edit more TikToks to push onto other platforms, considering you don't have to worry about one of them.
Right.
Do you ever think you're going to private those old COD videos at any point, or do you want to kind of leave them up?
Nah, I'll let my community rip me apart and make fun of me.
Kind of just be
Uh,
able to look back on them.
yeah, it'll be funny. Um, I'm sure. Yeah, like no one's done it yet, but it'll make for content because at some point, like people would be like, go all the way down and like the old Call of Duty content, and they'll say something, someone will mention something in stream, like, and then I'll do like a just chatting for like fucking 30 minutes, watch my old videos and cringe to them, and then like that's another YouTube video, you know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely. That's smart. Thinking all the way ahead. You're just gonna have to endure listening and watching your old stuff.
uh, oh man,
You start
like
mentally
I don't
preparing
even
now.
do it in my free time. I can't even imagine doing it in front of like when I grow on Twitch, like hundreds of more people.
If it makes you feel better, I have a lot of private videos on my channel, and because one of them, the very first video I ever posted was before I ever hit puberty. I think I was like maybe 12, maybe 11. It is from like before I was, or maybe I just joined middle school or something. But I listened to maybe 20 seconds of that video and I just want to die. So it is definitely going that far back in time. It definitely does something to you mentally.
Right.
It,
You kind of just low-key hate yourself a little bit.
I'm like, who will let me do this, bro?
Why you private those videos?
Man, I don't I don't need people seeing that.
Yo, expose yourself right now. Send me the link.
Oh, fuck. Okay, bad.
Nah, I'm just kidding. You don't have to. You don't have to.
Dude, since we're on the topic, I will. I'll unlist it and I'm gonna send it to you.
Oh yeah, let's roast him.
Shit. All right, I gotta go all the way down. Okay, while I find this and unlist it, I also have another a little segue-ish is that you do a series actively called The Road to Radiant, which has been going on for, I was looking at the timestamp of the first one. It's been going on for a little over a year at this point. So
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's I need to continue that series.
what do you think the past version of you, when you were first starting your aim training and getting into Valorant, what do you think old Fatal would have to say about how far you've come?
I've come pretty far. I was doing a coaching session last night. Like I was getting coached by OD26,
Mm-hmm.
and it's weird because like there's definitely people that have progressed way faster, like their first FPS, yada yada. But I think with Valorant, like people have great mechanical skill, and yeah, it might be their first FPS, whether they're higher ranked than me or not. But it comes down to also like whatever they played before, because Valorant is a lot of strategy, a lot of like learning to work around like abilities in your teammates. So like if you came from a game like League, right, and you were hella good at League, and
Hmm.
you're really good at like strategy and like ability usage, it makes sense how you can progress a little bit faster, because I feel like training the brain and like getting better mentally is a lot more difficult than physically. So, um, my progress, like I'm proud of, given the fact that at some point in my life I didn't play video games for an entire 3 years because I couldn't afford the next gen console. And when Xbox One came out, all my friends got it, and I couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
So I didn't play Xbox or any games at all for 3 years. And then when I finally got it again, I probably had an Xbox One S for like a year and a half before COVID was about to hit, and then I decided to build my own PC. And then even after that, I've only been on PC for 2 years. So, and on top of that, I'm 25. I'm not a zoomer with crazy reaction time, and I
Yeah.
don't pick things up or learn crazy like a 15-year-old. So I am overall, for the most part, satisfied with the progress that I've made, especially considering that, yeah, I have been playing Valorant since beta, but I will say for like the first year of playing, I really did not put in the amount of work that I should have been, or paying attention to the things that I should have been, as I did like this past year. Like at the start of 2021, um, I don't know what it was, but like I just started to think about things differently. Like I started to actually try and like learn about the game, and that's when I started to see that progress. So I think from starting from silver going to immortal in less than a year, starting like February to November when I hit immortal, I don't think that's that bad.
I mean, I think it's absolutely amazing. As somebody that's still kind of sitting in the silver gold area, more and more so like bottom of gold. But as somebody
Right.
still sitting in that elo, seeing I was looking at your first video of the road to radiant, kind of seeing the way you move and the way you, I guess, the way you interact with the map compared to like your latest video or even like some of your streams that I've tuned into. It is a complete like 180. It is a very visual difference, even just like the confidence that you hold, which is absolutely insane to see considering like it's just a video game. But I mean, it's
Right.
it's a lot to like take in all at once.
It really is. Um, it's hard not to get an ego sometimes too, but
It happens to the best of us. I know damn well I get an ego when I play League, so
are you good at League?
I'm okay. I feel like I'm decent. I just don't play ranked. People are
Oh,
so
you
toxic.
don't?
People are so toxic. I'll just sit in casuals and smurf on kids.
Okay. Yeah, because I've never played a day of League in my life, so I don't know anything about it. I've seen videos on it, like, and I coaching, like people with analytical brains, like interests me. So
Yeah,
like there's this guy that popped up on my For You page, and he's a coach, and like I don't know a goddamn thing about League, but like anytime his video pops up and he's like coaching somebody or explaining something, like I still watch his video for some reason, and I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about, but I'm still entertained enough somehow.
yeah, man. But even the I mean, casters, the analytical desks for the esport, people are fucking crazy about League. Like, there's a lot that goes into it, and it's kind of impressive that people can keep up with it or take like small
I guess
details.
there's like 150 champs or some shit like that, so like
Yeah,
it's kind of like insane.
all different moves, abilities, like
Learning,
casts.
learning
Yeah,
that. Oh, hold on. Oh, my that learning curve is got to be insane, because like picking it up, just like even just thinking about it like right now, seems so overwhelming, because it's like you have the option to learn the meta and go with the mold, or like try and master somebody that's like people think is completely and utterly useless,
yeah.
and like provide impact with that champ. And it's just, I don't know, there's so many different routes to take, and there's so many different compositions. It's like, but even just thinking about it is just like, nah. Like I have better things to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a lot. When COVID first started and we kind of had to go into quarantine, I picked League up because I was like, well, I'm gonna be sitting at home. I might as well find a new game to play, and it absolutely sucked me in. I mean, I'll still find
Oh,
myself like sitting here after playing for like 2-ish years, 2.5 years. I'm like, what the fuck? They could do that? Like, since when was that a thing?
that's funny.
So it's kind of crazy. Um, what has been your main motivating factor recently? After you've kind of like hit the goal of getting Twitch partner and your TikToks are blowing up and you having a lot of this engagement across all your platforms. What is the thing that drives you every day now?
Going full time, like actually quitting my job and getting back on a normal sleep schedule. For
Did
now, that is my main drive because like I know even if like I'm not one to like get comfortable, especially knowing that even if I do go full time, there's no guarantee that I will always and forever be making that income to sustain. So there's like a constant pressure to innovate. Um, but as of like right now, like aside from that pressure to innovate and think of like new ideas, everything would just be so much easier on myself. Whether it be doing stuff like this and like coordinating with for like collabs, or creating like an actual schedule for myself that I can stick to consistently for going through VODs and cutting clips for TikToks and like editing, or like brainstorming YouTube ideas, or like I don't know, just like organizing the things that I need to do, like on a calendar, getting IRL stuff done, like getting oil changes done, like making a point, like tax appointments, just stuff like that, would be so much easier if I actually was waking up in the morning and going to bed at night rather than the complete fucking opposite because of my work schedule. So that's like my main drive um,
I see, I see.
right now. Yeah, I would say.
Run me through a normal day with your normal like real life job and streaming and anything you might do in between that. What's a normal day like for you?
It used to be so like it depends on the day. Like Mondays and Tuesdays was literally wake up, get ready for stream, get off, spend like an hour with my girlfriend, eat, go to work, go to my overnight shift, get off, repeat. And then Wednesday through Friday was like get up, go to work, get off. If my girlfriend was at work, I'd pretty much eat, get straight on my computer, get a little bit of work done, and just play Valorant all night, or like Apex or something, or like brainstorm.
Yeah.
And if my girlfriend didn't work, then like I'd get off work, I'd come home, um, and I'd spend some time with her until she went to bed, and then I'd get on my computer and do my thing until I go to bed at like 7, 8 a.m. But now, like I don't work because of like the growth and like the income. I cut down, so I don't work Thursdays and Fridays anymore. So I do my overnight shifts still, and then over there is where I do most of like my editing. Like I take my laptop with me and I get all my TikToks made and stuff, pretty much for the week. So I don't have to really do much at home.
Yeah.
And then Wednesdays I work like a tip shift, so I'll get up. Yesterday I didn't, but most days, like on Wednesdays now, I'll get up and I'll go to work for like 4 or 5 hours, and then I'll come home and I'll do my thing. And then, like other than that though, I have my stream schedule, so I'll stream like Thursdays or Fridays and Saturdays. But that's pretty much it. Like I'm on my computer like while everyone's asleep at night. Like I'm playing Valorant pretty much.
That's actually kind of an insane schedule. To me at least, because my schedule's completely flipped. I'm up most hours of the day. I get up like ass crack of dawn just to get stuff done,
Right.
even if it's all like IRL stuff. So it's interesting to see it kind of flipped. Does your girlfriend know like all of the progress you've made on TikTok and stuff, and does she have an input
Yeah.
on it?
I mean, she like is proud and stuff. She doesn't really know anything about video games, so she doesn't have any direct input. Um, she does like coaching, like for like fitness.
Hmm.
So she's like in this like program with like some friends, and she's like a coach, and she gets people like signed on to like the program and stuff, and it's like at home workouts, and she does like pretty good. Um, so she knows like kind of the content grind because she does like Instagram reels and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, but outside of that, she doesn't really know really what's going on. She doesn't understand like the Twitch atmosphere or like the Twitter space. So sometimes she'll like make jokes or get a little jealous because like I'll interact with like other girl streamers, um, just solely based off of like for me solely based off of like engagement or just like a mutual like friendship, like just over social media. Like
Yeah.
I don't know them personally, I don't talk to them on a daily basis, just like interactions. But yeah, she doesn't understand this space. So sometimes I have to like explain to her and tell her like chill out, like it's not that deep. Um, but for the most part, she's supportive.
That's good. I can only imagine what kind of like pillar that kind of gives you to like lean onto in case stuff
Yeah.
kind of goes like not your way, or you start feeling overwhelmed, especially with social media. I mean, this I can only imagine your position. This shit feels like a 24/7 job, especially when you're in a
Oh
position where
yeah.
you are.
Well, I know for sure there's people out there with girlfriends that like they do this, and like even with some of the success that I have now, still get told like you're wasting like stop wasting your time, get a real job or like some shit like that. So it's kind of nice knowing that she's at least a little level-headed and supportive enough to never have said those types of things. Because I've been doing this for 2 years now, and even at the start when I had nothing going for me, it was. I mean, it's probably a little harder for her to understand then, but I think now, like looking back, she uh, definitely probably doesn't regret. You know,
Yeah.
I'm sure she had thoughts. I'm sure she was like, oh, like I don't know, like I'm sure maybe in the back of her head, like she had some doubts. But at the same time, like my dad is also was also super supportive, given the fact that my sister is um not mainstream media famous, but is like famous. Like her YouTube channel has like, well, let me look at her YouTube channel.
Gotta
She does music, and her YouTube channel has 221K subscribers,
got a family of
multiple
content
million view
creators.
videos, hella listens on Spotify. So I think because of that, my dad was also very supportive, and given the fact that like my one of my parents was being reasonable and supportive, probably helped her point of view as well from the start.
That's awesome, man. That's especially with the history that your family kind of has with it, even your sisters, and just continuing the legacy, creating your own,
Yeah.
even in a completely different space since it's gaming compared to music. So, I mean, that's pretty fucking awesome that you have those pillars in your life that are willing to back you up in something you're passionate about.
Yeah, it's very grateful for sure. Like lucky in a way, because it definitely like helped me feel a little more comfortable, but at the same time like I know that even if I did have um like parents in the back of like parents in my ear or like in the back of my head always, like, oh, like I don't know, like the constant doubt, I still probably would have ended up going this route anyway, just because I never been one to. I guess I'm a little respectful, but at the same time, like when it comes to my parents, like I've never been one to like take what they say to heart too much.
Yeah.
Where a lot of people is like they let it get to them and to the point where they pretty much do whatever their parents want them to do. But I don't know. Even when I was in high school, I was always the type of kid where it's like, yeah, you're my mom / you're my dad, and I love you, but also like, I don't care.
Gotta get your own shit done sometimes.
Yeah.
Like I said in the intro, and it's very obvious if you go to your Twitch channel, you got partnered, so which is a huge fucking top. Like, hats off to you. Congrats, that shit's amazing. I know a lot of people grind for it, and you're in the
Thank
position
you.
where
Thank
you
you.
have it. Do you remember the feeling opening that Twitch email or getting that notification that you were accepted into the partner program and you got that cute little check mark?
It was the feeling. Yeah, the feeling was actually underwhelming. Mostly because I was expecting the acceptance, just because like you get denied the first time, you usually get accepted the second time.
Yeah.
And if you're able to apply twice in a row like that, like I feel like I was kind of worried, like, oh, like I am falling off a little bit, like average wise, like I still probably average like 65 rather than 75, like for the month of January.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of like, but at the time of my second application, right, I still met the standards. So like in the back of my head, I was like, okay, maybe by the time they actually get to this application, based on my stats, they still could say no, but the fact that I can apply twice in a row and still meet the standards, like, they still might accept. So, but with the acceptance, like, and with the email, when I did get it, I was like, all right, that's cool. But that was kind of it. Like, it was pretty underwhelming, just based off the fact of like, okay, I accomplished this, but it doesn't stop here. It's for me in my head, it's like, okay, cool, yeah, I have partner, but if I can't consistently keep that standard for myself, if I can't consistently hit those numbers, then like it means nothing. All the check mark does is make me stand out in chat, like in other people's chats with
Yeah.
with the badge. So for me, like the main goal was not so much partner, but like the average viewership milestones. So like I've already hit 75 to like 100, like I've been in that range. Um, and it's gonna take a lot of work with YouTube to probably hit this next goal of mine, but it's to bump it up like 100, 200, 300, 400, because then I know like not only is my probably Discord growing off of that, and people are coming in consistently, but with that average viewership comes um, consistent income, consistent like community interaction. So like Discord will be more active. Views will probably be more consistent over like all platforms, and it just like kind of gets the ball rolling.
That really good way of looking at it. I always feel like a lot of streamers go for this, this huge partner push, especially after hitting affiliate and once they start seeing kind of the ball rolling, like you mentioned.
Yeah,
Um,
I was
so,
terrified of that because like you do see a lot of people like they do the partner push, they do like the road to partner, or like or they'll be like, guys, like we're so close to like I never once in my stream said we're so close to partner, guys. Be sure to like leave a lurk. Any help, like uh any help is good help. Like I appreciate it. Like no matter, I never said anything like that because so many people will brand their stream and like their content in a way, whether it be like Twitter or like TikTok, in a way of like, I'm so close to partner, come help. And people will come help and you'll hit that goal, but it's temporary. Like
yeah.
there's very few people that come and help you and be like, oh wait, like I actually like this person, and they stick around. Most of them literally like will like tab you, mute your stream, like don't really know much about your your content, and they don't stick around afterwards after you hit that accomplishment. And then the numbers drop off, and my numbers have dropped off since hitting partner, but at the same time, like they haven't dropped off so significantly that's like it's that I can't get it back. It's more of just like the drop off is just a timing thing. Like I grew insanely November, December, January. I grew absolutely like insanely fast. And then like of course there's going to be like a little bit of dip after that. And so now the grind is to get a huge like another huge spike, whether it's like a raid from another streamer, or like getting a YouTube video to like getting my YouTube channel to pop off, or just like it could be anything. But I'm looking for that next big spike, because that spike is natural growth given like coming from my content on other platforms. So even if I get that spike and then I fall off a little bit after, like I'll still be at a higher point than I am sitting right now. So it's like looking for that wave upwards.
Do you think that your Valorant content and the content that you're doing now, or the content you might have in the behind the scenes kind of working on, do you think that will push you to find this next big spike, or do you think it's more of a like an algorithm kind of thing where you just kind of have to be ready for it to happen?
So like I think one or two things are gonna happen for me. Whereas like I either I'm looking for the next big spike, but there's no guarantee that it happens, right?
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that with my consistency and if I like innovate and put out like better videos and eventually hope to get something to blow up, that I do get another spike. But without a spike, I still am like consistently growing at a steady pace. And if you look at look at any graph of like my statistics, like it's still going up. Whether it be like like average TikTok views, like my average TikTok views per video, a couple months ago was only like 20K, and now it's like 30 to 40K, and it's getting closer to like 50K. Like it's just gonna keep going up and up and up and up. So as much as a spike would help, um, if something blows up, uh, I know for sure like I'm on that incline. So right now, like I would say, I don't know. I have been struggling on like exactly what I do want to focus on. But as far as content goes, I have been trying to not necessarily experiment, but what's the word that I'm looking for? I've been trying to like insert like more of a persona there of like if you're following me and you're coming to my streams or like liking my content, it's more for like my personality rather than it is like me being good at a game. Like don't get me wrong, like being good at Valorant definitely helps. And branding myself in that way as like a secondary personality trait isn't a bad thing. But if you look at a lot of my recent videos, like most of it is just like my personality, the way I react to something, the way I articulate and coach, um, the way like I like play ranked slash mauled or like whatever it may be. I feel like if I can brand like my content and get people to follow me more for my personality, then one, um, it'll be more consistent and people will be more inclined to like watch me consistently. But two, it'll make it easier to go mainstream. So it's not that I think like Valorant's not gonna die anytime soon, but if I do get bored or if something else comes out, like I'll be able like if I continue this path, I'll be able to play another game and still be fine and not have to worry about huge number drop off.
Absolutely. I 100% back the wanting people to like you for you more than I want people to come because I'm playing Valorant. Because if Valorant dies or something happens or like you get bored, you could go from, and I've seen it with a couple of creators. They go from pulling these big old numbers, playing specific games, and when they switch or they have a like an off night where they want to play something that they enjoy, it feels like they're
Right.
not even live anymore because people come for the game title more than the streamer.
For real. It's stupid.
And I've seen on your TikTok a lot, and you've made some tweets about it as well, that you're wanting to branch off into other games and just show your personality. Because I know you've been posting a couple of Apex TikToks as well that I've seen, which
Yeah, they did pretty good too.
I very much enjoy because I've seen some where you're playing Loba, and I'm a Loba main in Apex, so I feel connected. I feel like I have to support them. It's like my duty. But I mean, it's super awesome that you have this big plan, and you already have things in motion to kind of guarantee a future in content creation, or at least continue on the pace that you're already kind of going. That you don't kind of just like die off. That way, when
Right.
Valorant's done, FatalGlytch isn't done, kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah, I wanna go mainstream. Like I don't expect to ever have like the numbers or the following that like like Pokimane, Ludwig, etc. have, but like having that size of a platform, because it's not that I necessarily care about like my influence. A lot of people when they want to go mainstream, they have like this big dream to have like a big influence on like a community. They want to like change the world or some shit. Like I'm too selfish for that. I'm doing this for myself and I have fun doing it, and I want to do it so I can support myself and do what I love. And it's also fun interacting, meeting new people, but like I have no interest like in that aspect or retrospective, quote unquote, using my platform for good. Like, but but I want to be mainstream because like there are things that I would like to do. Like it would be using my platform for good, but it's like it's in a different way. Like it's not politically. Like I personally, like a goal for me would be there's a lot of talented young gamers who are stripped of their opportunity and content or going pro because their parents are pieces of shit. Like I want to feel like I can have some kind of impact in that scene and in those people's lives where like, you know, maybe I fund a company or start a company where we find out these people's situations, see if they're actually legit, and fund them a PC, or fund them maybe like a monthly income to help them move out so they can like get a job but not fully have to work full time, and then, you know, they can like do their content or some shit and like see what they do with it on like a timeline basis. Like I definitely don't have like any detail, like these are just thoughts off the top of my head,
Yeah.
right? But it's one of those things where it's like I think that would be cool, but I will never have that kind of reach or opportunity if I don't go mainstream on a scale of like uh, who's someone that's like big enough to do that, but not like Pokimane big or like Tim the Tatman big.
I mean, the people that come to mind, at least for me, are like a lot of the popular Valorant streamers, or like even like Tarkov or Apex or something. Like I feel like if I off the dome, I guess, like if like Asu or like, you know, Asu 10,
Yeah,
Kaide,
yeah, yeah.
anybody.
Like Asu and Timmy, like they
Yeah,
could probably
Timmy.
do that if they
Yeah.
wanted. Yeah, okay, yeah. Those are good examples. I agree. Um, yeah. So like even just like a size like that, like Flux Ninja, Ethos, like I think that would be cool. I think it would be cool to do something like that and have that kind of impact in people's lives.
It's interesting to hear a different side, because I kind of like you mentioned again, a lot of people are like, I want to change the world, or I want to have like an extremely like insane impact on like this specific thing, where it's political or not. You know, like a lot of people I know are not saying it's a bad thing. I'll preface that. A lot of people are pushing for like more mental health, I guess, awareness, and they want to make content or have an impact through those things.
Hmm.
It's
And
interesting.
I agree with them wholeheartedly. Like I support especially that,
Oh, absolutely.
but I just don't have the energy for it.
It's interesting to see that you want to take your success and your any kind of impact, big or small, that you may have now or may gain in the future. It's interesting to see that you want to take it and flip it to something that people know, kind of, you know, or is an issue, or, you know, giving people just like an ability to game if they can't, like you said, like parents issues, money issues, whatever, giving the ability to have people game when they want to but they can't, because
Right.
we all know somebody, or, you know, we've all experienced times where we're like, oh, well, we can't game, we have this and this to do instead, or like, you know, a plethora of reasons why people couldn't do it. And then
Facts.
having somebody to kind of be the voice of reason, or like the savior, I guess, of just, okay, well, I'll step in and do something about it. It's very interesting, because you never hear stuff like that. So it's very respectable. Kind
I appreciate that.
of course, kind of.
I publicly, I don't know, I'm pretty selfish, so I don't know, like even now, like with everything going on, you know, like it's definitely unfortunate and scary and feels bad type of vibe, but yeah, I don't know, like I don't know. I just don't have that. I've never had that. I've never had that mindset or that drive where like, um, people are like, oh, like you have a platform, like you should use it, and it's like, I mean, like, you know, if you want to do that with your platform, then yeah, by all means. But like, don't tell me what to do. You know, like
Yeah.
you can't boss me around.
Your community, you have your own everybody has their own relationship with their own community and their own way of running things, their own way of doing things. Not everybody's going to be one like-minded like hive mind that all like, okay, well, now I'm getting popular, I need to do this exact thing. There's a lot of issues in the world that can be taken on by a mass of different people, and not everybody has to go for the same one thing.
Yeah, exactly. But the problem is that in the community and just in the media space in general, it's if you're not going for what they're going for, then you're misogynist or you're racist or you're like sexist or like you like it's just it's attack after attack. And it's just I don't know. It's so mentally draining to feel like I have to agree and or chime in, and if I don't, I'm gonna be chastised for it.
Yeah, I get you, 100%. Kind of taking a turn from this topic.
Yes, please. I don't know how. My bad. I don't know.
You're good. You're good. Taking a small turn. I want. You've posted pictures about it. I've seen it. I've kind of stalked your social media a little bit. You've posted pictures of your setup because I know you used to have this this older black desk that you got from IKEA, and
Oh, that shit was trash.
you've recently updated it to a nicer white desk, and along with that you've added so much to your setup so far. There's a lot of like lights, and obviously there's some foam padding. There's the burrito chair. I'm assuming it's a blanket, but God, if it was a full burrito chair.
It's a blanket.
Okay. I was like, God, if it's a full burrito chair, that'd be kind of sick. But there's a lot of like smaller components that people might not realize that goes into creating like a space like that. So I'd love for you to walk me through it, especially somebody that currently the only reason I know you have that desk from IKEA is because I have the exact same one right now. I'm currently sitting at the same desk.
It's a very common desk in our space.
Absolutely. It's the, well, I gotta get by somehow desk.
Wait, so what was your question? I think I missed it.
No, go ahead and walk me through a lot of like the smaller components or stuff that people might not realize that's a part of your setup.
Okay. I mean, like, I don't really like everything's pretty visible. Like, for the most part, like, maybe the one thing that's pretty hidden is like the foot pedal that I have underneath for like muting in Discord. I have some things on the side. Like, I have my Coors Light neon light, like a baseball neon sign. I have like a little thing that I bought off of Etsy. It's like a wooden frame, and in it is like a painting, and it's like a controller. It says I have control issues. And then like I have like a shelf, and then on the shelf is like that sign, and then there's a kind of like a little lamp light of Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
That's sick.
Well, like other than that, like, you know, I don't really have much. There's not a whole ton of personality to my setup, I would say. Like, it's just like it's kind of clean, but at the same time, like, it's kind of lame. I really just like I upgraded my desk and got like the monitor mounts and everything, mostly for more space, because I'm an arm aimer, so I needed to be able to use my full mouse pad.
That's fair.
At least. And it feels nice being able to have this space. I think like the only things I'm missing, like that I want to upgrade soon, because like I said, like I don't feel like I have a whole ton of personality. If I were to have the perfect setup, I would have like better cable management to the point where like I could put everything kind of against the wall and have it flat against the wall. And also have maybe like, I don't know, you've seen like the setups on TikTok. They have like the white panels on the wall.
Oh yeah.
Where it creates kind of like a grainy like rock climbing kind of type theme, but like they're also LED, so there's that I would probably do. I want to get a Go XLR for my audio interface, and I have a goal right now on stream to upgrade my camera. But outside of that, like, yeah, I don't know. There's not a lot of small details. I'm pretty lame. I'm kind of basic. I'm a basic white bitch, you know.
Hey man, it gets the job done, especially with
It does. It does.
the little foot pedal. I mean, I have a keybind. I just press my numpad button.
I have a keybind as well. The foot pedal binds to the keybind.
Oh yeah.
Through like a third-party software, so that's how it works.
Gotcha.
It gets kind of annoying because like sometimes if my computer registers that like I'm in a chat or if I'm like in Discord, and like it registers that like I'm quote unquote typing, if I'm muting and unmuting constantly in Discord with my foot pedal, it's just like fucking a string of the equal sign, just like in Twitch chat or in Discord, and it's like, and then I have to delete it all. It's fucking annoying.
Talking of Twitch, I had one more kind of question because obviously there's not a lot of people that I can talk to about this. Does the Twitch partner badge work like a normal badge? Can you just deactivate it from your name if you wanted? That way it just says FatalGlytch.
Yes.
Okay, I was interested. I didn't know if they kind of forced it on you. It was like, well, no, you got clout. You gotta carry this with you. Like,
yeah, no, you can customize. I think you can customize your badges per chat, and you can customize them universal. So you can change your universal badges to where it's like default in every Twitch chat. But then like if you're in like a friend's Twitch chat and like you're in there a lot and like everyone knows you're already partner, like fuck it, right? Like you can take it off and you can put like your VIP badge and like if you're like a top gifter or something.
Are you ever worried about kind of having it on when you're going into new streams? Because I know some people have a weird stigma against people having the Twitch badge on, or just I guess having it in general and going into smaller streams.
Is there a stigma? I haven't gotten any bad vibes.
I've seen it it's mainly on Twitter, but I mean everybody knows how Twitter is. That like people get upset when even like when people raid like huge raids because it's just like inflating their own ego, or if they come in and have a partner badge that it's just like flexing like, oh, I'm partner, well you're a smaller streamer kind of thing, even if the partner streamer isn't doing anything inherently wrong. Sometimes there's a weird stigma against.
I think those people are just soft.
That's fair.
They're soft, they're pussies, and they need to fucking stop crying like little babies. Like, bro, when I was fucking a 3-viewer Andy, man, like I felt honored if there was a partner streamer in my stream. Like you, and there's a lot of different partner streamers, right? Like there's some people who are a partner and they fell off fucking hard, but they still have the badge. Yeah. But even still, it's like at some point, like you grew to that point. So one, you know more than me, you have more experience than me. So like in my mind, always it's like, what are you even doing here? Like I'm a fucking 3-viewer Andy. Like you enjoy my stream that much? Like that's kind of cool. Like people who automatically go to like flex are just insecure. They're literally just insecure, and that's all there is to be said about that. Because, yeah, they're just giant pussies.
That's fair. A bigger question that I had, the real question, is in your TikTok bio, you call yourself John Mulaney's son. Is that something you've always gotten called, or is this like a self-assessed thing where you kind of...
No, my whole life I've been being told by my stepmom, friends of friends that I look like John Mulaney. So I kind of just own the meme.
It's pretty interesting because I was like, because I finally noticed it when I was looking through your TikTok and I was like, is this on all platforms? But it's only on TikTok. It's not like a part of your brand. It's like, well, yeah, I'm John Mulaney's son. Or like, I kind of look like John Mulaney.
Yeah, I just think it's funny. I thought about doing it on Twitter, but yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know, maybe.
I think it's pretty funny. I never made the connection until I was like, wait a fucking minute. And I pulled up a picture of him, pulled up a picture of you. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, my whole life. And the funny thing is that he never used to be like kind of like, I feel like he never used to be at least mainstream comedy. I used to go to bed like in high school and like junior high listening to listening to popular comedians. Like, I'd have my iPod like on a docking station next to me, and I literally would just have like Pandora open and have it cycling through like comedic stations. So like I was introduced to like a lot of now popular comedians like way before they like blew up.
Yeah.
Like I used to like Jim Gaffigan, John Mulaney, like a bunch of people that. And then when Netflix started to like push comedians pretty hard, is when I feel like they started to become a lot more like popular and like more well known. So, yeah, I actually knew about him like for a really long time, and then he started to get a little more popular, and then I think when I did kind of like was like a fan of him and like listening to him a lot, I showed him to like my family, like my stepmom and like my sisters, and that's where and it started with that. It started with them constantly like saying that I looked like him, and then like there were times where I would meet like random people like over the years. Like I've met random people like just like out at like a bar or like friends of friends, and they'd be like, "You look like John Mulaney." I'm like, "Yeah, I've heard that before." Like,
Yeah, I know. You don't gotta tell me twice.
yeah, I got big ears, bro. I know you don't have to fucking tell me.
Do you attribute some of like your comedy or I guess your sense of humor to growing up kind of surrounding yourself with comedians and different types of comedy?
Say that one more time. I missed the first part.
Do you attribute your current sense of humor and the way you kind of hold yourself or just I guess kind of joke around to growing up around so many different types of comedy?
Uh, I wouldn't say so. I would say that like I have a definitely a more unique and dark sense of humor than especially most of like the Twitter space. Like I love dark humor. Um, Humor that most people would say is like racist, and I don't like say those jokes myself, but like when I hear them, like I typically laugh. But like I myself, I don't think I'm in any way particularly funny or um, like a comedian in any way, shape, or form. So like my personality, I don't really know where like it stems from mostly because like everyone has like that one defining moment or feature of their life where they kind of like base their personality off of. But I don't know. I just definitely does not stem from the comedians that I listened to growing up though. No.
Alrighty. And kind of slowly tying it all up. Obviously, podcast is named All Work, All Play. In terms of your, especially with gaming streamers, you're playing all the time and having to kind of balance real life shit and work, obviously, to pay bills and eat and put food on the table while trying to make this passion a reality and make it a full time job. So what do you think your biggest piece of advice is for people trying to follow in your footsteps?
Mm. Oh, literally. I need to find a good way to put this. Um, don't rely on anybody else. Like, if something needs to be done or if you want something to be done, like do it yourself. To like take take the initiative to learn like everything, pretty much everything. Like learn everything. And this is from my take and like my mindset. Not everyone's interested in computers. Not everyone is interested in editing. Um, I myself, even though I know how to edit, am not like it's not something that I would ever do for a job, but I take value in that it's a skill that I taught myself. Like if you want to be a creator, if you want to build any sort of like following, you need to like literally learn to do everything. Just for the sake of knowing how to do it because if you really think about it, you edit. You learn how to edit. And even if you have the money to pay someone else to do it for you, um, you still should learn it. Even off the rip, if you have if you have the type of income to pay somebody, still learn how to do it yourself. Because one, it's a valuable skill in case something does happen and you end up needing to edit for yourself. Two, you put yourself in a perspective where like you know what it takes, you know the value. You're not underpaying somebody, and you're not overworking whoever you're paying, and that you're not being unreasonable on your demands either. Same thing with computers. It's good to know what your computer needs, the things that you might need to replace in case you ever need to give advice to a friend, or like you can do it yourself. Like they're a pain in the ass, but knowing how everything works is nice. And then on top of that, mm, like you know what I mean? Do your research.
Absolutely.
Watch the YouTube videos. Watch Harris Heller. Um, and the biggest thing is like, yeah, this is for fun. Um, and it's always gonna be for fun. Like you have to enjoy this to do it as a job. Um, but you also have to like treat it like a business. You can't. It's funny enough that this is all work, all play, but like this literally can't be all play.
Yeah.
You have to think about things in a business perspective, because if you are gonna like make it in this, or like have any sort of success, you have to reinvest. You have to think about your finances. You have to like plan out on what's a good move, what's a good investment. You can't just fucking blow any Twitch money that comes in on PC upgrades or computer toys. Um, like me personally, I haven't really blown it on anything. Like I'll eat out here and there, but like I got an 8K check from January. 2,400 of that went into a savings account that I created because Twitch doesn't take out taxes. 1,000 of that went towards my debt, and I haven't spent a single penny else except for food here and there. Everything else is being saved for bills and reinvesting into paying my YouTube editor and thumbnail editor and anything else that I need. I haven't spent anything for my setup. I have a goal on stream for tips for my camera. Like I easily could go buy myself a camera setup right now, but I'm not going to. Like you you have to pick and choose. You know what I mean? You're a businessman or a businesswoman. Like this is a business. You're running your own business. You have to treat it accordingly.
That's extremely sound advice, and I especially resonate with the editor stuff because I mean,
You are an editor.
yeah, I am an editor, so especially understanding what it takes to edit a video, how much time it's put into, because some people never learn that skill. So they'll give, I've personal experience. I won't name drop or anything, but they'll give people 12 hours of footage and go, all right, well in 3 days I want the best 10 minutes of this. It's like, well, no, that's not how that works. Like I can't just magically fucking pull that out of my ass.
Right.
So understanding how it works is such a big part, and especially when you have done it by yourself for so long, you understand the amount of like money you should pay people because you understand
Yeah.
what it's worth.
Yeah. Everyone charges differently. And it all depends on like quality too. Like what's willing to like pay, like the quality you're getting. But at the same time, like it's more like the finances is important, but it also comes back to um like people are literally working for you, right? Like um technically they're like contractors. They're not so much as like direct employees, but like you want to build good relationships with those type of people, so you get quality. You can work together, you can communicate together properly, um and you don't want to, what I mean, like if you have someone good, like you got a good fish, you don't want to like abuse the fuck out of it to the point where like it swims away.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that you're treating them right, and you're being like respectful and understanding, to an extent, of course. Like um most of them have multiple different clients, and so like if they don't have a good, I wouldn't say work ethic, but they're not good at like organizing things and getting things to you on time. Like obviously there's details to there's specifics to every situation. So, but yeah, I think it's just good to understand like um the other side, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, these people that edit or do graphic design or anything are people with like real lives and jobs and families instead of
Exactly,
just
exactly.
like a Twitter username that I'm gonna give this raw footage to and I'll get back like a funny moments video. Like it's it is a whole other person, and I think a lot of people fail to recognize that or fail to value that. So
Yeah, it's people don't put enough emphasis on it. That is for sure.
so I definitely resonate with that part of the advice, I guess, probably the most. And I mean, especially running it like a business, because I mean, if you think big names like Pokimane or like even like Ninja, Dr. Lupo, any of like these huge names that have blown up, it's, well, the Dr. Lupo brand. Sure, he's the person behind it, but there is a whole brand that follows behind just the name.
Right.
And the moment somebody does something shitty or people get canceled or exposed, it's not the person getting exposed. It's not like, a director at Coca-Cola is getting exposed. That ruined the whole brand's name.
Yeah, it has a direct effect on anybody who's associated with you.
Yeah, so I 100% get that, and extremely solid advice.
Thank you, thank you.
Fatal, the floor is yours. Go ahead and wrap this up. Tell the people what you have going on in the near future, where they can find you on social medias, and what plans you might have.
Okay. Well, I mean, as you guys know, you call me Fatal, but FatalGlytch on all socials, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Fuck Facebook. I just use that to shit post with my friends, I guess. I don't know. As far plan wise, keep an eye out on the YouTube. I'm gonna create a shorts channel here soon and grow that and see if it has any direct effect on my growth. But on top of that, like I'm gonna be posting a lot more, or trying to post a lot more consistently on my main channel with actual long form content. So no minute videos. All 7 minutes, 6 7 minutes plus. On top of that, like I'm rebranding a little bit. I'm working with a designer right now, a designer friend that I actually made on TikTok, and getting my logo. What's the word? Simplified. Yeah, my logo is getting simplified a little bit, and then on top of that, I'm rebranding my stream. So I'm getting new alerts. I'm getting new panels. So to be determined on when all that will be finished, but I have that in the works and I'm excited. And I think once I get that done and I'm able to get my new camera, I think I'll start kind of pushing for a little more like collab slash sponsorships. So maybe get some extra income there. But other than that, like outside of that, it's just staying consistent. I don't really have anything else planned. I'm just focused on the day to day, and trying to perfect the things that I'm doing now before I branch out and overload myself.
Absolutely. Well, Fatal, thank you so much for coming onto the show again. It was amazing talking to you, and I am extremely excited to see more streams with you in a maid dress and see your success across all your platforms.
Thanks, bro. Thanks for having me, cutie. I appreciate it.
Of course, of course.
Fucking try not to roast me too hard anymore. I know I stick my tongue out a lot, but don't make me lick you, bro.
I'll do my best. I'll see what I can do.
All right, homie. I appreciate you having me, though. For real, this was fun.
Of course. Once again, thank you, dude.
All right.
FatalGlytch everywhere in the description. Follow him, watch him, make fun of him for sticking his tongue out. And we will see you guys all later. Deuces.